Good afternoon and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for a Ford Fiesta Active X walk around video. But before we begin, if you'd like to part exchange your vehicle, please click on the link at the top right hand side of your screen and that will take you straight to the perkinsgarages.co.uk website where you can have a valuation of your vehicle in under a minute. So this here is a rather gorgeous chrome blue Ford Fiesta Active X MHEV. So the MHEV bit is a mild hybrid electrical vehicle. So that means there's no plugging in, there's no waiting for it to charge. You just jump in it, drive it like any other vehicle and get some very competitive MPG out the back of it. It's partly thanks to the 1 litre EcoBoost engine producing 125 PS of power. That 125 PS of power is then transmitted through a 7-speed automatic gearbox. This Fiesta is registered on a 2023 registration, meaning we're taking Ford warranty with us until March 2026. We've done just under 5,000 miles, but like always, I'll get the exact number once we're on the dash in a minute. So, sit tight, and in the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to walk you around corner to corner, door to door, showing you everything this Fiesta has to offer. First off, to begin with, the remote central locking key in all of its beauty, and clicking on the unlock button in turn is going to wake up the LED daytime running lamps, the bit that are currently flashing in your video simply because the frequency in which my camera records at. So they are the matrix LED headlights, so they're going to give you ultimate visibility all the time. You might be able to see the LED there-ish. There we are. So just below we can start to see gloss black trims, a gloss black grille which really goes well with the chrome blue body colour. Front parking sensors also make their way around that front bottom lip. Just underneath the number plate there is that little dully black bit, and that is a front facing radar responsible for some of the driver assistance pack such as pre-collision assist. I shall cover the driver assistance pack in its entirety once we're inside the vehicle. But before that, let's move around. Let's have a look at these beautiful 18-inch machine cut alloy wheels. So machine cut give you the nice silver shiny face, with this instance the gloss black paint just behind. The Active X comes with the silver painted brake calipers, and also fitted are the Continental Premium Contact 6 tyres. I've left them ajar so you can see down the cross reference there. Are you in the mood to discuss some sensors? Because I am. Up there, that little dome bit there is a light sensor responsible for the auto lights. So as the sun goes down and the moon comes up, your lights will come on automatically. Further north at the top of the windscreen there, that long sensor at the bottom is a traffic speed sign recognition camera. So this will display the traffic speed signs on the digital dash in front of you. You can also use this in a coordination with the intelligent speed limiter, meaning if your speed limiter was set and you go past a differing speed sign, the limiter will change automatically. Top left is a light sensor for the auto headlights, and top right is a rain sensor for the auto rain wipers. I also have black painted roof rails up there as well, so if a roof box was your cup of tea, that's going to be nice and easy to achieve. Bringing you back down to the body of the vehicle, just going to lock the car on the remote central locking, and we're going to take you to half zoom because on the door handle we have the 4 lines to signify keyless entry. Simply tap behind the door handle, see the light go there, and that unlocks the vehicle. Then tap in again on those lines will then lock the vehicle. So it's got a safety system, so after about 20-30 seconds or so the keyless entry expires, meaning the vehicle then locks again. Rear privacy glass also makes an appearance, so we have the lovely gloss black wheels and the black rear privacy glass and the black roof rails. It really does go with that two-tone colourway of this vehicle. This stage of the video I take a step back on the offside rear quarter and just gently rock the camera side to side down the body of the Fiesta, hopefully displaying to everybody sat at home watching this video how wonderful all the condition of the body panels are. Like so, we can then link that back round to the offside rear wheel. Again, another matching Premium Contact 6 Continental tyre and some beautiful machine cut alloy wheels once again. So you might notice we have a parking sensor starting all the way around the rear of this vehicle, and that is because we have the Ford parking pack, and that includes front and rear parking sensors, dual edge guards, and it's actually a self-park system. I'll come back to that a bit later. But the parking sensors wrap all the way around that rear bumper there, and they are complemented just beautifully with a high definition reversing camera found just down there. Taking you now to the near side of the vehicle, and we're going to give it the exact same treatment. So starting off nice and high, we're just going to gently rock that camera side to side, hopefully displaying the condition of the bodywork, which is immaculate, like so. And back round to the near side rear now, giving a good look at that. If I don't fall over, you would have all laughed, I'm sure. There we are. Now we can follow it all the way down to the near side front, giving you a good look at that also. Again, Magic GR, let's show you down that cross section. A very good condition Continental tyre. Worth noting as well, keyless entry is on both front doors, so whether you're the passenger or the driver, it's a nice convenient system to get in. Now that's the exterior taken care of. Now to get inside the boot, we either have the double unlock feature on the key, or we have the pressure pad just left of the camera, and that opens up the very generously sized high volume boot in its Fiesta. So the Ford Fiesta has been a staple of the British motor industry for many a year. That's because the versatility, so whether it's a couple of dogs, suitcases, sports equipment, it's just big enough to get everything you need in. Obviously a nice compact hatchback vehicle. So underneath that boot liner there, believe it or not, is a space saver spare wheel, so that can get you out of a pickle if you were to have a puncture, and all the relevant tools and jacks are supplied underneath the wheel there, as you might can see through the gap there. And yes, I do have a bit of leafage that has made its way into the boot. I shall hoover that out in a second. Now shutting the boot once more, let's now have a look inside. So starting at the offside rear, so starting on the door cards, we have a hard wearing plastic, so if you did have children in the back for example, or anything else that's going to make a mess of the inside of your car, nice and easy just to wipe clean again. Leading into the corresponding window control for the corresponding window, well, that didn't make sense, window switch for the offside rear window, you know what I mean. Now looking at the seats for the first time, we have this beautiful Active X pattern, so it's a part leather and a part suede design, all defined by this beautiful blue active stitching, and you've now got the iconic active badging down the middle there as well. So if you do carry those smaller humans of the world, you will require an ISO fixings. You have one on the offside rear and another one again on the left hand rear. Down at the floor there are the fitted Fiesta active mats, again with the matching blue stitching. That's one less thing for you have to worry about after purchase. As you can see there, for a small hatchback you still get plenty of legroom to get yourself in there as well for proper sized human beings, which is marvellous. Now into the front of the vehicle, so the driver's door card now. So starting again, interior locking found just next to the door handle. Moving away down, we have the electric mirror controls, followed by rear window locking and all four window switches, leading into a nice synthetic leather soft touch armrest, nice and comfortable. So for the last time in this video, let's spin that camera around to show you some seats. So again, it's that lovely, oh, I've lost my focus, there we go, part leather, part suede interior, again nice blue stitching. It's a perforated leather around the lower back there, so it's going to be nice and breathable on those longer journeys. Manually adjustable seats, we have a rear tilt, we have a height adjustment, and the forward and backwards is done on the conventional rail underneath. I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle. You may hear a little bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me for a second. Okay, so to complement the keyless entry, we have an engine start stop button. Foot depressed on the brake, one click of the button, and that gains us power to this beautiful digital driver display, and the engine as well. So it defaults into normal drive mode, so you're greeted with this lovely blue screen. So if you've not seen one of these digital driver displays before, I'm going to give you a tour around. So the left hand side is your coolant temperature sensor, followed by your digital speedo. At the bottom there is the odometer, the mileage. So the mileage on this vehicle is 4,859 exactly at the point of taking this video. Being an automatic, we have a gear selector indicator, followed by the ambient air temperature, the digital readout for the fuel gauge, and a bar graph on the right hand side. In the middle there is the RPM gauge. This counts the revolutions of the crankshaft in the engine times 1000, also known as the output power of the engine. A middle section there, we have a selectable drive menu. We have a selectable menu even, which I can control using the return, OK up and down, and menu button on the right hand side of the steering wheel. So we're currently looking at a hybrid gauge there. If I was to expand that menu, we can then go to select screens, and there we can choose up to 7 selections on there. Whether you like to look at a calm screen, whether you prefer fuel economy, trip computer 1 or 2, we can then go all the way down and we've got traffic sign, we've got hybrid gauge, eco behaviour, tyre pressure monitor, seat belts, average speed and auto stop start. Coming out of there again, down into audio, this is where you can go for your presets, FM and DAB. Out of there, if you did have your points of interest, we got your home destination, your favourites all programmed in. If these were all stored in the sync module, you can easily just click a button, within 3 clicks you've set up your navigation to your home address or your points of interest, anything like that. So it's a very convenient system. Down at the bottom there we have your phone connectivity. Currently we've got no phones connected, so it's pretty redundant. So this ActiveX also comes with selectable drive modes. I'll show you what a button is in a minute, but just clicking on that button you have a normal drive mode, eco drive mode, sport, slippery, and being the active we have trail. So on the active we have an increased ride height front and rear, so if you are taking this on a trail, then it'll adjust the transmission control module settings to the preference of off-roading. I'm going to say it's an off-road vehicle, but it's an active vehicle, make of that what you will. But as you can see, whatever drive mode you put it into, it customises the aesthetics of the screen. So now we've got this beautiful greeny brown screen. I'm lost for words this afternoon, and it gives you a really nice feeling on the screen. But yeah, so I just thought I'd show you that because it's a really nice point. Now I'm going to show you around the steering wheel, but I was going to pop my chair back a little bit, otherwise you're only going to see knees and it's not particularly exciting. Okay, so on the right hand side again we have the buttons to control the menu ahead of us. We have voice command button bottom left, pick up, decline and previous and next song function on the left hand side. Going over to the left hand side now is the buttons for the adaptive cruise control. So the distance to the vehicle in front found top left, we have cancel, set speed plus and minus is found in the middle, standby button top right and speed limiter bottom right. So if you don't use cruise control already, start using it. It is sensational for your MPG, especially if you're sitting on the motorway all day. So if I just turn that off of standby so you can see the bottom of the screen, I'll give you the set speed on the left hand side there. So if I was driving, that will be displayed there. And at the bottom you can see the bars, and this will be the distance to the vehicle in front. So you can adjust how far or near you need to be to the vehicle in front of you. And this, it's an adaptive system. So moving across now, let's go to the central reservation of the vehicle and show you around there. Nice little cubby hole, and at the bottom of there is a USB-A charging port. This can also be used for Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Notice you have a nice cutout there, so your wire's not going to be tethered, so it's going to be in good condition. 2 sprung-loaded cup holders down there, so your tea or coffee is not going to go flying everywhere in the morning. Now we're onto these 5 buttons here. Automated stop start. This will turn off your parking sensors. You have a selectable drive mode button. This will turn off the traction control, and this is for your self park assist, which I shall come back to in a second. Next up, the controls for the 7-speed automatic gearbox. You have the little release paddle at the back. You can pull it down to the relevant drive position. To the left hand side, left hand side 12-volt socket, and the right hand side a USB-A port again, so that's 2 USBs on this vehicle. Next up are the heating, ventilation and air conditioning controls, a very simple system to get your head around. Fan speed found at the left, temperature controls and off button found to the right. Have different rear and front demists, automatic ECAT air conditioning there, different flows of vents are found in the middle, recirculation and air conditioning found to the right hand side. This vehicle could be described as having the winter pack, which includes the 2 heated front seats, which are 3-way adjustable, as you can see there, and we also have a electronically heated windscreen and also a heated steering wheel. So it's fantastic if you suffer with a cold bottom or cold hands, or even having an icy or misty windscreen. So it's a really nice thing to have. Right, up next is this is the Sync 3.4 module. We know it's that because it has the dark blue band at the bottom. Let me go home quickly. So this is your home page. First up we have your audio, and if you go onto sources we have FM, DAB and Bluetooth audio. Returning once more, we can then go into phone. This is where you can add your phone via Bluetooth connectivity. In the middle there is navigation. So it's a fantastic sync navigation. I use it all the time on my vehicle. And for a quick demo, you'd like to come here to Perkins to look at this lovely Fiesta. Click the search box. Once the keyboard is loaded, you shall need Charlie Mike 776 Sierra Alpha. click the search box, and that will navigate your route straight here to Perkins Garages in no time at all. Big fan, very nice indeed. Coming up there now, we can then go into settings. I'm just going to show you the driver assistance pack in its entirety, and that includes the adaptive cruise control. We have the speed limiter, which is manual or intelligent, the lane keeping system, pre-collision assist, traffic sign recognition, rear view camera, wrong way alert, and driver alert. Next up, let's go into vehicle settings, because in vehicle settings we have loads of goodies. Remote start setup. So if you was to purchase this vehicle, can I recommend downloading to a smartphone the Ford Pass Connect application, and then you can link the vehicle and your phone together and take advantage of remote start activities such as setting your climate control, setting your heated seats and steering wheel, and even a duration. So imagine that on a frosty winter's morning. That is a very nice feature indeed. In there is your automatic wipers, or rain sensing wipers if you like, and then we have your auto headlights in the lighting settings there. Okay, so I'm going to swipe to the left now, and then that displays the widgets for the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So you have both systems there for whatever software you have on your mobile phone. Apple CarPlay is a fantastic, or Android Auto is a fantastic system, because when you plug your phone in, it will mirror your phone onto this screen here. So there are applications on your phone that are also compatible on the screen. So for whatever reason you didn't like the Ford navigation, I won't be offended. Some people prefer Apple Maps, Google Maps and Waze, which are all compatible on this screen here. In addition to that, I like taking advantage of the voice command feature. So on my iPhone, when I hold down the voice command button on the right hand side of the steering wheel, that will then wake up Siri. So I can ask Siri to do a whole range of tasks for me, whether it's make phone calls, send audible text messages, set navigation, play music, ask what the cricket score is, anything you like, but it keeps your hands off of your phone whilst you're driving. It's a very nice feature indeed. If you don't know what that looks like, please refer to my other photographs, which will be found in the website in the description below, and yeah, you can see what that looks like. Really nice indeed. So we have another bit of specification on this vehicle, and that's called Ford Self Park Assist. So clicking the parking button, that will then activate a screen which will give you a parallel park in, a bay park in, and lastly there is a parallel park out. So using the indicators to dictate which side of the road you shall be parking on, it uses the front and the rear parking sensors to build an image inside the body control module, and once it knows you can get in there, follow the instructions on the screen, and the electronic steering rack will do the rest of the work and get you into that space no time at all. So if you do struggle with your parking, purchase the vehicle that will park itself for you. Very nice feature indeed. I think I've covered everything I wanted to talk about. I'm just going to double check before I say my goodbyes. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. Lovely little Fiesta. We've got some great spec on here. Big fan. Okay, so that's about it for me today. Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you did find it useful. If you did need information about this vehicle or any other vehicle here at Perkins Garages, pick up the phone 01376 550 899. At this end screen I shall pop a link to all of our other Fiestas here on the Perkins Garages YouTube channel, and also the link to the description to the perkinsgarages.co.uk website for this vehicle. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye bye.